YouTube, we are back at it again. And as you may know, I got top 100 with primarily. Uh, Sorry, my English is pretty bad. But I got top 100 in the Casey Cup with Mech Knights. So for today we have a Mech Knight video. I'm gonna show you some duel replays from the Casey Cup and hopefully maybe more copium. But yeah, I got the top 100 in the Casey Cup, and I also just recently got second place in the battle phase. I was unlucky not to win the whole thing, you know. So this is my current list. I would recommend something like this right now. Of course, the list changed a bit after the Casey Cup, and even during the Casey Cup I tried many different stuff. I was playing weird lists, especially because I only had 2 purple, and I also only had 2 cleric, which was funny, and I still managed to get to high ranks, you know. So something like this, maybe you would play Compulse instead of Crackdown, and let me tell you, this is the optimal, you know. Something like this would be the optimal. The point is, you don't have to play it like this. If you don't have Crackdown, you can play something else. If you don't have 3 purple, you can play only 2. And if you don't have book, you know, you can play text that you like. I think book is really needed because of Galaxy, because of Infernoids. You know, it's great all round. It's amazing. It's an amazing card all round. But yeah, this is the extra deck, by the way. So let me go through the ratios. You basically would want to have 3 purple for the because it's your main searcher. Purple, blue sky, and memory are your searchers. Yeah, I think you want 2 blue sky, because if you open one, you want to have one in the deck still, you know, and you can also use the second one sometimes. Indigo is pretty nice. So yeah, these are the searchers. Indigo, what he does is just floats around the board. You can change a Mech Knight position on the board, which is pretty nice, because that means combined with the OMNI monster negate which you can basically have multiple negates on the opponent's turn, which is searchable, as you will see. I'm gonna show you how to play the deck as well. Then we also play 1 red moon, because it deals with the opponent's monsters. The monsters themselves are pretty big, but you also want to have something else like the red moon, which can pop monsters. Cleric is amazing in my opinion. I think it's the best way to play the deck, above the surprise present version. It sets up a column, it draws a card. It's pretty nice in my opinion. I think you want to play 1 Avram. I think it's pretty nice because it boosts your consistency, first of all, for the first turn setup, as you have 4 cards. I'm gonna show you everything, don't worry. You have 4 cards, that's 3 clerics and 1 Avram, which sets up the board on the first turn. And yeah, it's also searchable, so it's pretty nice. 1 MST, in my opinion, is pretty nice because MST is not the best going first, but in every other situation, going second or top decking it can be pretty nice. So yeah, why not play 1 MST, especially in the meta where I'm trying to counter Mech Knights, because the Mech Knights is the best deck now. So we're trying to build for the Mech Knights, and MST is pretty good against Mech Knights. Like I already explained, 3 book, 3 legacy memory for the searchers. And then we're playing 1 Then we're playing 1 legacy secret. It's pretty nice because, first of all, you target it's basically, a monster reborn, summon a dude from the graveyard. It's searchable, and then you negate the whole board, essentially, from monster effects. So that's pretty nice. And then I'm also playing 2 Crackdown. It's the best card to counter Mech Knights. You can play potentially Compulse, maybe better. You can play other back row if you don't have Crackdown nor Compulse. You can play something like Floodgate or anything other, you know. And that's the main deck. The skill is Monster Move. I think it's very underrated. A lot of people are playing Tie That Binds. Ties are pretty nice in some scenarios, in some matchups. But besides mech, Ties is only good in like BA matchup, or I don't know, some weird matchups. I think Monster Move is underrated because it helps you set up the board, as you will probably see in the replays. Because if you get flipped down, or you know, they try to, good players will try to make a board so you can't put stuff in the, you know, so that you don't have stuff in the same columns, and that's how you summon the Mech Knights. You or them has to have multiple stuff in the same columns. So with the skill we can enable that, you know, amazingly. But yeah, in the extra deck we're playing the Galaxy Eyes package because it's amazing. It's basically, you will use it basically every duel. We summon it with multiple Nightfalls or with Indigo. Then we're playing 2 Morningstar. You can play with only one. Some people are only playing one, like they would say it's optimal. Honestly, I think it's preference. I'm playing one because I don't see something else that I would play instead. It's nice sometimes to, as a follow-up, summon him to set up a column. You're playing one Imduck because that's basically, you will see the combo with Avram. You normal summon Avram, link into the Imduck, and then you have the, you know, you can set up a column with the back row. And then to link Disciple for your combo with Cleric, as you will see. And yeah, that's the deck list. Now it is time to duel. I missed saying this, damn. Okay, so this is just to showcase my second place in the battle phase. If you want to see, this is the exact same list, exact same extra deck. I just wanted to showcase my side deck. I'm playing the Ties in the side deck, which did come up pretty handy, because, you know, I played against Burning Abyss, as you can see here. I played against Burning Abyss, and I think it came up pretty nice. I think it was also pretty needed in some other matchup. I'm not sure which one. You could say Ties are pretty good in the mirror match, and I'm not sure. I think in if they're playing Ties, I think Monster Move may be better, because I don't know, I feel like if you're able to set up the board, it's much more effective than just, you know, this assumes, if you're playing Ties, that assumes you're gonna have a setup board already, which, you know, it's not. I would rather have something that helps me set up the board than something that helps me when the board is set up. Basically, that it boils down to that. Ties seems in that case win more, if that makes any sense, but okay. I'm playing 2 Crow in the side deck. It's pretty nice for the matchups like favorite duel that I faced. It's nice against Galaxy Eyes, it's nice against, you know, stuff like that, where you would want to banish stuff from the graveyard. MST, another MST is for the Mech Knight matchup, or some matchup random which can come up. Key is pretty nice. World Legacy Key is pretty nice for the back row decks that rely on traps, or that play Needle Sealing, for an example. Exile of the Wicked is for the Infernoid matchup. You want to play 2, in my opinion. I think I wouldn't change anything from this. The only reason I lost, in my opinion, is my opponent QWERTY had more luck than me, but it is what it is. So yeah, I wouldn't change anything in my list. And the last card is the Whispers. Most people yeah, most people are sleeping on Whispers, in my opinion, because it basically shuts down a lot of decks that rely on spells like Heroes, which I ended up facing, Galaxy Eyes. A lot of decks don't really rely that much on the monster effects. So, and as you can see, they're both limit 1, so you have to pick and choose between the two. And I would just side in Whispers for the matchup where I feel like they are playing a lot of spells, and negating a spell is much more beneficial than the monster effect. So yeah, this was my list just to showcase that. Okay, let's now go through some of the replays to showcase what the deck does, how to play the deck, and all of that shenanigans. Now, this is in the KC Cup, so my list was a bit different before, and as I can show you. And just to note out, I topped the KC Cup with only 2 purple, so you don't have to have 3, just to let you know. So back then, as I told you, I played only 2 cleric. I played Silent Mining because it searches for a cleric, which was funny. Back then I also played Yellow Star. A lot of people are playing Yellow Star, but I feel like it's it's unnecessary, which makes your deck a bit more bricky. And I want to have a consistent, very consistent deck, you know. Yeah, back then I was playing the Key and the Whispers as well. I was playing, trying out 3 Blue Sky. So you can do that, you know. Blue Sky is amazing, potentially even better than seeing the purple going second, you know. Let's see what else stands out here. I was trying out Decode Talker. I didn't really use it, so I decided to remove it. I was trying out Brute Enforcer, same thing. Didn't really use it, so I decided to remove it. And that's it from the deck list. Let's see now. So we're playing against Rose Dragon. I think we have a pretty nice matchup against Rose. Let's see. He basically has the combo with the Yang Zing. You can set up some back row. Now with Blue Sky, as you can see, we summon him in the columns, with which we can search 2 cards. This is the power of the deck. You search so many cards, they are big beaters. You go through you break down boards so well. Okay, now we can search for the trap just in case. If we don't OTK, we can pop a back row. It was a Basil Rose shoot. Like before, Yellow Star, I really liked Yellow Star, especially with the skill, as you will probably see right now. We still have a card. With the skill, Yellow Star is pretty amazing, you know. But I feel like now that book is much more in the meta, you know, I don't really see the use for the Yellow Star. And I never really missed out Yellow Star. That's why I still play without it. Okay. And now we can just go for game with the big boy. We can pop the dude, and as you can see, we OTK through the whole board. What I also wanted to say is that be careful with the memory, because it limits you only to Mech Knight monsters, so you can't exceed later on. You can't link besides the Morning Star. So yeah, easy clap. So this is pretty amazing, not gonna lie. So we can go with the Cleric into the Link Disciple, draw a card, and this way we can set up, because we got a lucky top deck, because when you open both, you can set up the Omni Negate turn 1. This is why I say this duel. You can search for the Indigo. You basically usually always search Indigo turn 1, because you want to be able to set up a negate. And this way, like I said, with Key we can get back literally plus again. This is why the deck is so good. We can go into the Morning Star, discard the Indigo, or discard the Bro, we don't really care. We can summon the Indigo, and this way, as you can see, we have the full board negate back row, negate like negate traps, spells, monster effects, and we can summon the purple for search. Bro, my brain is not braining. We can summon again another purple, with which we can keep getting searches. So, like, there's nothing he can do. We can just secrets, and that's game basically. Like, probably is expecting a scoop and shame. Yeah, as you can see, like nothing he can do. Full board negate. Yeah, this is why they nerfed the deck. Why they nerfed Whispers, because at least this way they can people can MST your back row. But yeah, this is broken, bro. Jaden you build, that was usually salads on ties that bind. The ties that bind. Opening key was amazing against salads because they used to play Crackdown, Compulse, and the counter trap, and you would just negate all of that basically with one card. Plus it can get you back the purple or something that you banished. So it's basically negate all traps plus get a card. You know, it's an amazing card, honestly. Let's skip. I'm sure you don't want to watch too many salad plays. Sure, we had all enough of that. Econ, okay, they also used to play Econ, Weekend Blue Sky. Monster move, amazing, because as you can see, this is the power of monster move. We don't have to set the legacy memory. We don't have to set the legacy memory, and you know, sometimes you just won't have a way to set up a column, and the opponent will play around you setting up a column. So this way we can, you know, just set up with our own, you know, move the monster. With the key, as you can see, we can get back the purple, and then we can potentially use it as a discard. Let's see. As you can see, this is the power. You you get it back to use it as a discard for the Nightfall, purple Nightfall. Then we can set up the Red Moon, and we can OTK, as you can see. Even with Gazelle, can we OTK through Gazelle? Even if we can't OTK through Gazelle, we are as you can see, we still have the secret set up, so we're kind of chilling. He has to foul, and we don't care. We have, even if he gets rid of our secret, we still have 4 monsters on the board, plus negating all traps, and he's out of resources pretty much, and yeah, he's just dead in my opinion. As you can see, he can pop the trap, but that's it, you know, he can't do anything else. Another Jaden Ubel, I guess. Like I said, you used to see them every duel. Basically, I used to play like 10 duels. Oh no, it's grit, okay. So it's probably, yeah, Infernoids then. As you can see, Yellow Star can be, you don't want to really open it. You want to search it, like it's nice to search it sometimes, but you don't really want to open it. A lot of times it can be a dead card, as it doesn't gain you advantage like most cards, like Blue Sky and Purple do, but yeah. Fortunately for us, he doesn't have the play, but I think we also have a winning matchup, like fairly easily against Infernoids now. Okay, so we bait out a negate with the deck from the Decatron, or Legacy Memory can get the purple can search. We can search for the Red Moon. Monster move, we can pop his dude, or I guess go first for the Morning Star. We can get the Legacy Key, which can get us back the purple, and that's game. Through grit. As you can see, pretty nice. And also we have the Legacy Secret for the next turn. If we had anything, no we didn't, but okay. As you can see, the turn 2 is amazing from this deck. This is why the deck is so good. It basically takes advantage of your board being set up. You know, if you have a board set up, like you get more pluses from the Blue Sky, and then with that much card advantage, everything works amazingly and synergized, so you can really break boards so easily, as you can see. In my opinion, the only deck that basically stands a chance now is Galaxy Eyes, funnily enough. Infernoids can win, but I think Mech Knights have a winning matchup. I think Galaxy Eyes is the only deck that basically you could say has a, you know, up their matchup against Mech Knights. Of course you can say, oh, but I opened MST. Yeah, I'm not saying, like, with decks you can you know, win against the Mech Knights, but the thing is, removing the text from the picture, which matchups, like, I think Galaxy Eyes, hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, Galaxy Eyes is, in my opinion, pretty nice against Mech Knights. That's why I play also the Whispers in the side deck. So we're playing against Giorfio here. He's probably on Infernoids himself. With purple we can get into the Indigo. We can set up the Morning Star. Discard Nightfall, search for the key, which is Wido. I guess we can summon the dude anyways. Like, it would be the same to search. Actually, it wouldn't. Yeah, it would be the same to search the memory or the key, but it's better to search the key because we could use the purple Nightfall. And now we have another search next turn, and we also have the secret to revive the Indigo Eclipse. This is why even Signet Mining wasn't so bad. Like, we still managed to set up this amazing board because of Signet Mining. And as you can see, this is the power of the deck. We have negate traps, which means his feast is dead. We have negate. So this is the thing. We do this early. Why do we do this early? Because of the Void Seer. And if he decides to pop the secret, we Indigo would go to the graveyard, and this way we can banish it with the purple Nightfall to at least get a search from it. So so we don't lose a card for no reason. And regardless of what happens, his feast is negated, you know. We can grab 2 searches now, and he scoops because he probably realized it's over. Like, yeah, I think this showed really well how the deck works. Hopefully I explained everything good enough. But yeah, let me know what you think about the deck. I think it's on the verge of, like, I wouldn't say it's tier 0, especially because it can very much lose to an MST, as I already said. But it's definitely the best deck right now, and not many decks can counter it that well, especially if you know how to use the deck. I think the deck is pretty powerful. I think not many people really know how to play the deck optimally, Mech Knights. And yeah, I guess that's it. And yeah. Join the Discord if you want, subscribe if you're new, and see you in the next one. Bye.